What's up, everybody? It's Friday, so that means it's time for another Pip Talk. This week, a little different, trying something different because, we do call the Size Up by National Fire Radio a lifestyle podcast. So I need to kind of talk about my lifestyle a little bit. Today, I want to spend some time talking about music, live music specifically. I just returned from a trip down to Nashville. Shout out to the folks that work over at Nashville Station 9, a huge station, very busy down there. I've never heard so many sirens before, and I've been to a lot of cities all over the country, and I swear there was literally constantly a siren down there in Nashville. But not really here to talk much about the fire service today. It's more about music, and Nashville is known as Music City. There is live music everywhere, and music is a humongously important part of my life as a listener, and let's call myself a shower singer because I cannot sing to save my life. But in a really strange turn of events, my two boys are extremely talented in music. I've tried to keep music in their life, since they were born. There's always been music in the house. We've taken them to a lot of shows. Recently, we just saw The Interrupters and Frank Turner, which was an amazing show. I highly recommend going to check them out. We've seen The Interrupters, I guess that was our third time seeing them. First time seeing Frank Turner. Great musicians. The Interrupters are kind of like a up and coming ska punk type band, and that music has been a huge part of my life since a long time ago, let's just say. But being down in Nashville and just basically surrounded by music. Um, one thing that Mrs. Pip and I did discover while we were in Nashville is that I don't know if some places there are really too loud or we are really just too old. But there were some of the larger clubs slash bars that had amazing bands up on stage, but they were so loud. It was like louder than being in a humongous rock concert. Like you could hear the music from some of the bars in Nashville while you were in other bars listening to music there, which to me is just near deafening. And I can't see why I would want to carry earplugs with me when I'm just hanging out, at 3 o'clock on a Monday afternoon, checking out different bands. So we did tend to avoid some of the. They're not really. I guess there is a commercial bar there on Broad Street that is everywhere, which I don't understand why people go to that place, just because some really famous guy owns it, because they're everywhere. You could go to that bar anywhere. But we kind of rolled through a lot of like the smaller places and places that we found that had, I guess, music that was more our speed, which was basically like one or two people, acoustic guitars. The one night we saw these three dudes up on stage, acoustic guitars, did not look like their voices that were coming out of them should be coming out of them, I guess, but just amazing. And their harmonies together were pitch perfect, for, again, lack of a better term when it comes to describing music. But I think that when it comes to music and my life, it's just always played an important part. And there's those songs that the second they come on the radio, or AKA Spotify these days, if you're listening to a playlist, that can just kind of transport you back to a happy moment in your life, a sad moment in your life, moments that we need to remember. And I think for me, that's the most important part of music, is that those songs take me back to, sometimes that were amazing and sometimes that may not have been so amazing. And I feel like that can translate to everyone, and you may not even realize it. And sometimes a song comes on and you're like, oh, I don't think I've ever heard this song before. But then it transports you back to that time that maybe you did. And having that in my life and having it in Finn and Declan's life has just been so rewarding, and encouraging them to take up music it's not like professionally, but you know, they play sports and they learn music. You know, they go to School of Rock. They both decided to do vocals. And this time around, you know, they're going to be singing together in the same band. Um, you know, Tracy and I are super stoked because they're doing a duet of Hunger Strike, which is a song from our youth that is just, you know, amazing and kind of takes me back definitely to a long time ago. But to be able to see my boys get up there and sing that is just, I can't wait. I can't wait till it happens. So there'll be more on that as it goes along. But another cool part about places like Nashville, or I know Austin has a really good live music scene. I've traveled a lot to Key West, which has an amazing live music scene. But something that I can recommend when you're in one of these smaller, less crowded type music venues and the artist stops playing, you know, when they're in transition to the next one, more than likely the artist just doesn't rush right out of the spot unless they have another gig to get to. Um, and we've always been fortunate to get to talk to some of these folks and spend a little bit of time with them. And we met two great musicians when we were in Nashville, just hanging out at the bar. One, of course, happened to be from New Jersey. He happened to have been an instructor at a school of rock near him. So it was cool to get to talk to him and learn about his passions and learn about why he was down there, what he was trying to do, where he was trying to go. And another quick, interesting fact that made, you know, Mrs. Pip really happy was that he's setting aside money from a 401k because a lot of time for his 401k. Because a lot of times you see musicians and you know, I'm really fortunate in my career. I have an amazing pension. And that's a lot of the times why, you know, we jump into this career in emergency services is just there's a pension involved in it. But when you're working as an independent contractor, as like a gig musician, you don't have that. So he was telling her how he's putting money aside, saving for his retirement and just trying to still make it. And I think that I don't want to call it a struggle, but their work ethic, where he was telling us how he finished working the night before at like 3 a.m. And I think we were talking to him at like 3 p.m., you know, and he was going to do that all over again tonight. He was going to head back out, start recording or start playing again. I'm sorry, not recording. And just keep doing it every day in the hopes that, you know, he can make it. But that passion that he has for music, whether it be teaching or playing for folks in bars, or playing at one of those larger clubs or anything like that, that passion is unstoppable. And if you have something like that, you have to chase after it, right? And that's where music comes into play. That's where music can parallel to all of us. That music means something to me, it means something to him, and it means something different. You know, you may hear a song and look at it this way, someone else may hear a song and look at it that way, but it still has something that can bring us together. So when it comes to life and making choices and how you make them, music plays a big part in that, whether you want to admit it or not. I mean, this weekend is, this weekend, because it's going to come out tomorrow. Taylor Swift is playing in New Jersey. Not going to lie, I'm a little disappointed that I couldn't go to the show. Also, not going to pay that much money to go see Taylor Swift because it is a little crazy. I think I saw you could buy little bottles of the rain from her Boston concert, or maybe it was her Nashville concert, like $250 online for rain from the Taylor Swift concert. But hey, good for her. Good for the person that's out there selling rain water for $250. But her music really, you know, this is the Errors tour. See, I do know some stuff. Her music means so much to so many people that they do things like this. They crash websites when it's time to buy tickets to see her. They all get dressed up. It's a huge party outside of the concert for the people that are going just to listen to her sing. And that's so amazing. And that's what's important to them when it comes to their lifestyle and what that music means to them. And you see that through artists like throughout, you know, all kinds of genres and things. And it's just such an important part. And I really have no idea where I'm going with this music one, but we're going to put this out there. Throw it down in the comments if what music means to you, I guess. Part of the plan for me in moving forward is to get some more artists on here. I have a few people lined up. The guitar player I met down in Nashville is going to jump on, and a few other folks soon to talk more about music. We're going to try to keep these as short as possible. And this has been about 10 minutes. So I'm going to end it on this note. Just keep on listening to whatever music you want to listen to, whatever works for you, but just make sure music's in your life. So this is Pip from the Size Up by National Fire Radio, and I'll catch you guys next time.